As someone who's been very invested, reading that final script was not at all disappointing. And just the way the whole last season has been handled in the face of all the challenges, it's perfect.
Coming back for the second half of season 5, which is amazing because we missed you guys. I would love to hear from each of you what you can tease about what's to come for Kayce and Monica. Luke, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I mean, in true Yellowstone fashion, we can't say much because a lot happens. But you basically find us where you left us in the first half of season 5, which was, she's heard about this new house that's on the ranch that maybe could be a place for us to find, our little spot in the world. And so you find us sort of there and maybe finding some happiness for a split second.
Yeah.
That would be great. Kelsey, do you have anything to add? I know Monica's been through so much, especially the last season.
I don't have much to add. It's so hard to talk about this season. But no, I think, Monica went through, it was such a tragic time for her. And I think she really had to find her way through it and I think at the end of 5A, she comes to this acceptance and looks forward to, what the family should, what's best for the family. I think this season is really Luke's. It's Kayce Dutton, and he is excellent in it. So yeah, oh. I was supportive boo.
I know you can't say too much about how the season ends, obviously, but I would love to hear a little bit from each of you. Did you have initial reaction when you got that final script, or do you think that fans are going to be satisfied with how it wraps up, Luke?
I can say very honestly, I do think everyone's going to be very satisfied. I know I was, and we've experienced this show as fans too. We wait for every new season to get scripts, and we want to know what's going to happen next, just like everybody else. And as someone who's been very invested, reading that final script was not at all disappointing. And just the way the whole last season has been handled in the face of all the challenges, it's perfect. I couldn't imagine it any other way now, having read it, and I hope that everyone else feels the same way.
Oh, wonderful. What do you think, Kelsey?
I devoured the scripts in one sitting. I think I was up till 3 a.m. just because you really can't put it down. I think I love it, and I think it's the perfect ending.
Oh, wonderful. Well, there are rumors out there that we might get to see more of the Dutton family. I'm just curious if you would be interested in moving forward with these characters, if that becomes something that actually moves forward. Either of you?
I think we've both kind of said that if it was Taylor writing it, we would do it. I think because this is his world, and I don't think anyone else could really tell the stories of these characters. They were his sort of brain children. And so, if Taylor called and said, I'm writing it, then I think we'd both be in. I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah.
A tentative yes. Okay, well, that's something to hopefully look forward to in the future. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Is there anything else that either of you wanted to say about these last few episodes?
Thank you. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I'd just say don't blink. There's only 6 of them, so it all happens very fast. And there's no, as they say, all killer, no filler. So pay attention.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. I am super excited that you guys are coming back. We're getting the final half of season 5. What can you tease for fans as to what's to come for Jamie in these next few episodes?
Well, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil. I'm that kind of TV fan that any spoiler I'll pick up on and I'll figure it out. So I won't say too much except that Taylor always delivers on these cliffhangers. He always delivers with these when we have these moments, and it's the same here. And I think the fans are going to be up for a lot of intensity, action, a lot of drama. It's everything kind of that we love from Yellowstone. And I think the fans are going to love it.
Oh, well, I am super excited to see what happens, especially between Jamie and Beth. I mean, this war is ratcheting up to potentially deadly levels. How are we going to see Jamie shift and change as we move forward? Are we going to see new parts of him?
Yeah, we always do. We always do. I mean, Taylor's given me a long, big, winding path, and a lot of discoveries. Every scene's cathartic, has been for 5 seasons, and it's the same here. I'm always surprised at what's inside Jamie, because I think he's so broken that what comes out could be anything. He's just in some ways lashing out with what he hopes is something like a personality or something like a reflection of who he thinks he might be. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I am very excited to see kind of where he ends up as we go towards the end of the series. Now, do you remember what your first reaction was when you were reading these final scripts and kind of seeing where things are going?
Well, it was excitement, because I thought that I knew the fans would like these outcomes and like the journey that was being taken. I was excited for them. It was also, it's like I always am with these shows. It's all such a discovery because Jamie is so unpredictable. So I like the fans. I'm surprised to find out things about him and we continue to find that out. Yeah.
Well, with you talking about the fans and their reaction, do you think that fans are going to be excited for the way it ends, satisfied? What do you think there?
Oh, I think they're going to be really excited about these episodes. And and with TV, it's so hard to know when there's an ending and when there's not, or what's really carrying on and what's not. So, it's hard to frame it in that way. And more like, I think they're just going to be excited at the journey that we've taken here. And, and the fact that they've been with us so far, I know that this will be satisfying for them.
Absolutely. I mean, there has been chatter that we're going to get to see more of the Dutton family moving forward. Where do you kind of weigh in on this? Would you be interested in continuing Jamie's journey?
Well, as far as it happening or not, that's so above my pay grade. I barely know when I'm supposed to show up where, and when, if they say come act here, I'll do it. But I have no idea where the journey's gone from here. And so I'm excited to see that as well.
But you'd be on board.
Yeah. I love working with Taylor. So yeah, of course I would be always interested in that.
Absolutely. Now, do you have any memories or anything that was particularly prescient for you as you were getting back to filming and getting back together with the rest of the cast?
Oh yeah. It's hard to pinpoint down anything. It was just the sort of general feeling of being back in Montana and in that space, and the crew is amazing. We have such a fantastic crew who are so committed and dedicated and give a lot of their time and effort to make the show look like a movie every time. And so always love getting back to them, and feeding off their energy often gets me right back into the continuity of the show.
Absolutely. Well, I cannot wait to see what is to come for Jamie and the rest of the Duttons. Thank you so much for your time today.